Now, from South Seminole Academy in Castleberry, Florida, direct from the third floor of building number 3, this is South Seminole News.
What's up and welcome back. I'm Rishi.
And I'm Linwood.
And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing our Super Bowl 54 recap. So, first of all, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it was a great game for him.
Yeah,
he threw for 286 yards and 2 touchdowns. That was pretty great. He won the Super Bowl MVP. And then there was Damian Williams, who had 17 carries for 104 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Who should have been the MVP of this game? Is it right that they picked Mahomes, or do you think it should have been Damian Williams?
I think Patrick Mahomes was the MVP because this game was pretty much over with 20-10, 6 minutes to go. 49ers had the ball, but Jimmy G throws an interception, and it kind of all went just went to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that Patrick Mahomes, he took advantage and got off momentum and stuff, and Damian Williams just fed off of that. So I think Mahomes should have won it like they did.
All right. I can't say I disagree with you because I do think Mahomes was the MVP of this game, rightfully. I did vote for him for MVP. And now here's another subject I want to bring up to you. So the score, everybody knows, it was 20-10 going into the fourth quarter. Kansas City scores 21 unanswered to win the game 31-20. Now, what do you think happened here? Do you think that the Chiefs won or the 49ers lost? Meaning that the Chiefs played really good in the fourth quarter or the Niners played really bad in the fourth quarter?
I mean, the Chiefs did play good, but I do think the 49ers, they didn't necessarily play bad because their defense was stopping them until, again, Jimmy G threw an interception. And it kind of just shifted things, you know.
Yeah.
I think he had 2 interceptions. One, I think, was in the first half. And then one was, I think, when they tried to come back.
Yeah, at the end of the game, the last one to end it.
And then their running backs just couldn't get going. I mean, Tevin Coleman came back off the shoulder. I thought he was going to be out. But it's good that he came back, but they couldn't win it. So I think the Chiefs just played good. And with the 49ers, their head coach, I just think he'd been like this before in the Falcons versus Patriots game, 28-3, and the Patriots come back overtime 34-28. So I think that there will have to be some coaching changes to the team, not head coaching, but just coaching. So I do think the Chiefs just played good. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. The running game from Williams obviously was very powerful. He scored most likely the game-ending touchdown. Tyreek Hill had a really big game too.
Yeah.
He had 105 yards off of only 9 catches. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And one of probably the biggest play of the game is when Mahomes, I believe he just got sacked or something like that. Bad happened for the Chiefs, and he just let it rip. It was like a huge pass downfield to get them inside the red zone, which set up a touchdown to Travis Kelce, I believe.
Yeah.
But still, huge game from Tyreek Hill.
And Tyreek Hill, I know Richard Sherman was guarding him most of the game. And Richard Sherman he got a lot of criticism because, he didn't necessarily do good. But Tyreek Hill is, again, one of the fastest NFL players. So it's tough to guard him. He could catch. His speed, is crazy. And, I just think that's a big part of why the Chiefs won,
Yeah, so if you want to look at the stats and the numbers in this game, on third down efficiency, San Francisco was 3 of 8, while Kansas City being 6 of 14. Now, Kansas City just below 50% on third down, but for San Francisco, going 3 of 8 on third down, probably the most important play of the game, every third down, and they couldn't get it done. Just like on the play at the end of the first half, probably the biggest mistake for San Francisco A huge pass. George Kittle catches it. They get in field goal range. If they get in field goal range and add the 10 points that they did in the third quarter, then it could have been a huge difference in this game.
Yeah.
But instead, the offensive pass interference. Now that brings me to the question: do you agree with that call that the refs made it right?
No, I don't because George Kittle as a tight end, when you go out to receive a pass, you're kind of like taught that. Like I know I played with like linemen. We're in a like aggressive team, so we like that is like a play we'll make if we threw the ball.
Yeah.
So like I don't think they made the right call. He been doing it all year, so I kind of think it was a bad call, but it's in the past now, so we can't really change it.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like the refs, and I don't want to say this, but I feel like the refs knew that they had to really be on their game in this one. And they
Yeah.
didn't throw that many flags in this game.
Mm-mm.
But still, that one that could
Was a
just
big
little,
one,
that could be easily gotten away with, that they
Yeah.
had to throw it. Probably because it was the same officiating crew from last year's NFC Championship with the huge missed pass interference
Yeah.
call. So I feel like they would have to try and make up for it.
I
And Kansas City definitely got the benefit, and San Francisco still scratching their heads, wondering if this really was pass interference or not.
Yeah, but I still think 49ers did take that and kind of like roll on momentum off of it in the second half, but
Yeah,
the fourth quarter they just couldn't get things going. But
yeah,
I look at the first down from penalties, and the 49ers got 0 and the Chiefs got 1. I think the 49ers defense, even though it's just one first down can like change the whole game. So like I do think that the Chiefs, like, they're a good team, but this was all 49ers, and they just let this one like slip away from them.
yeah. So let's take a look at the defense for San Francisco.
Yeah.
The top defense all year.
Mm-hmm.
Huge pass rush. They were able to sack Mahomes 4 yards. They were able to sack Mahomes 4 times, while the Chiefs couldn't get him down more than once. It was only one sack for 9 yards, but every play is important in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And do you feel like the 49ers got enough sacks on Mahomes?
Not really, because again, Nick Bosa, he did. I believe he got like a sack or two, but he did like fumble the ball. But I think they got the ball back. But anyways, I do think that I do think the 49ers could have got there more, but Patrick Mahomes, he did get rid of the ball fast and stuff, and the 49ers stopped blitzing. Like I think they only blitzed like 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were like passing the ball a lot, and that's when I think Damian Williams took advantage of the rushing yards and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So looking at the stats of passing yards, rushing yards, and receiving yards, every Chiefs player had what you would call a good game.
Yeah.
Mahomes throwing for 286 yards, 2 touchdowns. Williams running for 104 yards, a touchdown. And Hill catching for 105 yards. No touchdown, but still a huge contributor, like we said earlier. And then you look at San Francisco. Their passing yards, it was a really good game passing until the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
really. That's where Garoppolo threw the interception that ended it.
Yeah.
He had 219 yards and 1 touchdown. And still, that kind of very affected how his play in the fourth quarter, that very much affected this game.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert had 12 carries for 58 yards and a touchdown. Now, I saw a lot of people were saying that San Francisco should have just ran the ball more and
Yeah.
ran the clock out.
I
But
agree. Yeah.
I was watching Good Morning Football the other day, and Nate Burleson, he said that if you watch the game, he didn't even have to say it, but Kansas City was sending blitz almost every single play in the fourth quarter, where they had to take away the run game and they had to throw the football, and they forced no success. So that's why I think Kansas City really went off in the fourth quarter, because their defense really awoken, and defense leads to great offense. And receiving yards, Bourne, he only had 2 catches for 42 yards. And I remember you said in the predictions that Deebo Samuel would have to step up in the receiving game.
Yeah.
He actually stepped up in the rushing game. He broke a record for most rushing yards by a wide receiver in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And do you think, now this might be crazy, but do you think if they would have ran the ball more with their wide receiver, they would have won the game?
Well, I did say Deebo Samuel had to step up, and I do think he did that. but the other receivers didn't necessarily step up. But number 84 for the 49ers, he did have a couple big plays there. But like I said, Deebo Samuel, he had to step up, and he did that. It's just when the 49ers was forced to pass the ball, they kept trying to go deep, and going deep every time is not necessarily good, because you still need that one person that's going to be close. Because, like you said, the Chiefs went in blitz. So now, say they blitz their middle linebacker, nobody's right there in the middle to watch the running back on a flat or wheel route. But I do think that the Chiefs just played good, and Jimmy G, he had no time to throw.
Yeah.
So I do think that's a reason why they did that. But I do think they should have ran the ball more. Like Monster, he did get 12 carries, but Tevin Coleman, he did have some big runs. And when they gave Tevin Coleman the ball, it was in the outside, and they were getting yardage. So I do think they should have hit like a sweep or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they were running very early in the game, and they really went away from the blitz. But if you think about it, like you said earlier, with the middle linebacker, but if you're running the ball on the outside on a blitz, there's still a very high chance of you getting stopped.
Yeah.
But with the speed Deebo Samuel has, he could have taken the outside to the left sideline. He gotten at least 12 yards per carry, because of his speed. And now I do want to wrap this up on one last thing, and it's the time of possession. The Chiefs had the ball for 33 minutes of the game, with San Francisco only 26 minutes. And that was huge. Both teams had 10 total drives, and the total plays for this one, relating with the possession time, the Chiefs ran 75 plays in this game, comparing to the 49ers 54. Now, that's huge, right? Because the Chiefs had so many more opportunities with their plays to make big plays, to score touchdowns. Travis Kelce went off in this game. He had, I believe, a touchdown or two. But still, with the total plays, how important is that in this game?
I think the time of possession, like you said, the blitz was like heavy from the Chiefs in the total plays. So I do think the 49ers couldn't get as much plays in the right direction as they wanted to go in. But the Chiefs, the 49ers didn't blitz in. To me, I don't think they blitz in a lot. They only had 3 men rushing at once. And Mahomes, he could run, he could pass, he could do pretty much everything, So with a quarterback that dangerous, you just can't rush 3 guys. I'll say at least 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last question for you. Play of the game. What's your play of the game?
My play of the game. I know this one was a flag, but the
Kittle?
the George Kittle. I think that one was the play of the game, because even though it didn't count, I think the 49ers did take momentum off of it going into the second half, and having momentum on their side, getting the ball back, to start the second half and stuff. So I really think even though they did lose, I think that was the play of the game,
I think the Chiefs got 2. Probably both plays of the game. One was the rushing touchdown, Damian Williams.
Yeah.
It was a huge touchdown for him. It gave him 100 yards. It didn't end it yet. It kind of looked like it was going to seal it. And one last chance for the 49ers to, even if they kicked a field goal on their last drive, they could have made it an 8-point game and tried a chance for the onside kick to come back. But the interception late game and giving the Chiefs a chance to kneel the clock out.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing game, all in all. And those are my 2 plays of the game.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching, everybody. It truly has been an amazing football season. But just because the season ending doesn't mean that our little segment isn't. We might be coming back with our own little mock draft for the 2020 NFL Draft in April.
Yeah.
But thank you, everybody, for watching. And I'll see you soon, South Seminole.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Maggie.
Student government is going to be hosting the Valentine's Day dance.
It's on Thursday, February 13th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m.
It costs $3 for a ticket, which you purchase at the door.
Permission slips will be located in the cafeteria.
We will also be selling candygrams on February 2nd to February 14th.
You can write a note attached to the candy and it will be sent anonymously to the person of your choice.
The price of these candygrams are $1 and you can find them in the cafeteria during all lunches.
I'm Maggie.
And I'm Melissa.
Thank you for your time.
Welcome back to Jenna and Riley's Friday show.
I'm Riley.
And I'm Jenna.
Today we'll be talking about Star Wars movies from our least favorite to our absolute favorite.
Our least favorite is The Phantom Menace. This movie came out in May 19th, 1999.
The whole point of this movie was introducing Anakin and Padme, and Obi-Wan's master dies from a lightsaber to the chest from Darth Maul, and Jar Jar Binks is introduced into this movie, who kind of ruins it.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks kind of ruins the movie because he's one of the main characters in this movie, which doesn't really connect to the other movie's plots.
Our second movie is Revenge of the Sith. In this movie, Anakin kills Count Dooku and sees the dark side in him.
In this movie, Emperor Palpatine, who is actually a Sith Lord, turns Anakin to the dark side, and Anakin gets his legs and limbs chopped off by Obi-Wan, and then becomes Darth Vader.
Our third movie is Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones is my personal favorite movie, but we came to the conclusion that this movie isn't the best because it doesn't really connect to any of Luke and Leia's story, and it's just pretty much the background story. In this movie, Yoda and Boba Fett battle, and Padme reunites with Anakin.
Up next, we have A New Hope. Luke finds out that he's a Jedi, soon to become Leia. Leia needs help, and she gets the plans for the Death Star when she sends her famous line, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope."
Our next movie is The Force Awakens. In this movie, Kylo Ren and Rey meet for the first time, and Rey meets Finn for the first time as well.
In The Force Awakens, the whole point of this movie was to get to the island that Luke Skywalker was at. Our next movie is Return of the Jedi.
In this one, the Ewoks helped destroy the Death Star, and this was a very iconic and awesome scene.
Our next movie is The Last Jedi. In this movie, Luke Skywalker is found on his island where Rey offers him his lightsaber, but he says no as he throws it off of the cliff.
Meanwhile, Kylo Ren and General Hux of the First Order are trying to plan against Princess Leia.
And now, for our favorite movie that we've decided on is Empire Strikes Back.
In Empire Strikes Back, Luke gets his hand chopped off, finds out Darth Vader is his father, and Han Solo gets stuck in kryptonite. Carbonite.
This movie has a bunch of good scenes, like finding out that Darth Vader was Luke's father, and it was just an amazing movie.
And as you may have noticed in this episode, we did exclude Rise of Skywalker because we believe we should have a whole episode on it to explain the connections to the other movies.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Riley.
And I'm Jenna. See you next week for Rise of Skywalker's episode.
Hi, I'm Madison.
And I'm McKenna.
We are from the Yearbook Step.
And we are now officially selling yearbooks.
They are currently at their lowest price.
Right now they're at $35.
And their price will slowly go up as the year goes on.
Also, you can get personalized books.
You can get as many different pictures, a monogram, or your name.
Customization is an additional $6.
You can also get color autograph section, clear protective cover, or photo pockets for $2.65 each.
You can buy our yearbooks online at www.jostens.com.
You input our school name, your name, and homeroom teacher.
Or you can wait later in the year and purchase them from Mr. Bishop in room 033.
Buy your yearbooks today!
Hello, Hurricanes. I'm Ava.
And I'm Colin.
And today we're going to be rating our top 10 cereals. So in 10th place, I have Raisin Bran because I don't really like Raisin Bran. And not to be rude, but I think it's an old people cereal. And then Mini Wheats, I think they're just kind of bland. So that's why I have them at 9th. And from 8th place is Apple Jacks. Colin likes Apple Jacks, but I think Apple Jacks are kind of nasty. For Fruit Loops, I kind of like Fruit Loops, but I don't think they should be that high up there. And then for 6 is Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs, because I really just don't know why. I just kind of like them. And then Cheerios, because everybody has to like Cheerios. 4th is Frosted Flakes, because I like how they're so sweet, and they just go good with the milk. And then 3rd is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because I like cinnamon. And then it's like crunchy cinnamon, so it's really good. And then 2nd is Captain Crunch, because I like how it kind of like gets your milk like a flavor, and it dyes it with the little berry balls. And then 1st I think is Cookie Crisp, because it reminds me of eating like cookies dipped in milk.
Okay. So for my 10th place, I have Sour Patch Kids. I put Sour Patch Kids for 10th place because I thought they'd be sour, but they're not. So in 9th place, I have Raisin Brands. I kind of like raisins, but then I don't. Then for 8th place, Rice Krispie cereal.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of like it, but it's at 8th place. Then for 7th, I have Lucky Charms. I'm not feeling lucky. For 6th, I have Pop-Tarts. I'd rather have the big Pop-Tarts instead of the little tiny Pop-Tarts.
Yep.
Then for 5th place, I have Cheerios. Cheerios are okay, but they're plain. Then for 4th, I have Fruity Pebbles. I like fruit, and I like pebbles. For 3rd, I have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like cinnamon with milk. Then for 2nd, I have Frosted Flakes. I like catching snowflakes on my tongue, so it goes well with milk. For 1st place, I have Oreos, because everyone loves Oreos. Thanks for watching. I'm Colin.
And I'm Ava. Have a great day and see you next time.
Bye.
Welcome back, Hurricanes.
And I'm a special guest now.
Yes, you are. And right in time for the chicken dance.
So what are we waiting for?
First step, make some talky hands and make them talk.
Now flap those wings.
Okay, time to bend down and back up while we have running arms.
Because arms can run.
Yeah, they can too. And they will with this move.
Last step. Clap those hands of yours.
Oh, I'm so flattered. Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm guessing it's practice time?
I think she's psychic.
Dun, That's all for today, Hurricanes.
And have a nice week, and as usual,
Don't forget to storm.
Hello, I'm Olivia, and welcome to the Friday Show. I am in the South Seminole Lounge, and I'm going to be talking about this very famous game right now, the Impossible Quiz. You can find it literally everywhere. It's a very famous game. Well, most people think it's impossible because it has, well, to people it's impossible because it's things you don't really know about. That's why they make it impossible. But that ain't true. I can give you each of the answers because I'm up to like at least 30 on the quiz. All right, let's talk about the first question. It asks you how many buttons are on a polo. The answer is 4 on the quiz. Don't believe that, because the average amount on a red polo, like a red school normal polo, like I'm wearing, they normally have 2 or 3 buttons. Don't believe this quiz because it's completely wrong. And it has just really weird questions with really weird answers. Don't believe it. Oh my gosh. There's another thing I want to talk about. Random food games they have now. They have these random food games that make no sense. If you look up cool math, it makes no sense. What would they name it cool math? When I first went on the game, I thought it was literal cool math. Like, think of a better name for a good website. I realize it's a really good website, but can you at least think of a better name? And another thing, these games are weird. If you ever need help playing the impossible quiz, come to Olivia. That's me. I'm a 6th grader and I love to help out people. I even have my own TikTok and YouTube page. Check me out on TikTok and YouTube. You probably know me by now because I got over 1 million subscribers. But thank you for watching Seminole Academy. Thank you for watching. I'm Olivia.
Welcome to the South Seminole Lounge podcast. My name is Nathaniel Carpenter, and today's my birthday.
Hi, my name is Destiny.
Hi, my name's Gunnar.
And my name's Chloe.
Today, our subject is birthdays due to it being my birthday. So, Destiny, what is your opinion on birthdays?
I think they're cool because as you get older, you get to develop and become a new person, a new you.
Is there any activities you like doing on your birthday?
Eating cake, opening presents, going places like Universal Studios or SeaWorld.
So, Gunnar, what is your opinion on birthdays?
Well, first of all, happy birthday, Nate.
Oh, thank you.
And I think first birthdays are pretty nice because you get to have a bunch of presents and eat cake, and you can have friends come over and you can do a bunch of things. One time, when I went over to my friend's birthday party, my dad had to tell me to stop winning games because everyone was younger than me and I kept winning every game.
Oh.
But if you really think about it, they're kind of morbid. They're counting down each year until you pass away.
Yeah, I can see that. Do you like the attention on your birthday?
Yeah.
It's a little refresher than everyday life. So, Chloe, what is your opinion on birthdays?
I think they're nice to have because it's just a day all about you and you get to do fun stuff.
Do you have any stories or fun things you usually do on your birthday?
Well, for my birthday, one year it fell on Easter.
Oh.
So it was like an Easter party on my birthday.
Well,
technically Easter fell on my birthday. Not my birthday.
Yeah, it was on a Sunday. And so did you do this thing where were there like big eggs with presents in them that they had you find?
No, it was just in the backyard, and then it was like a basket.
Or were they like combining Easter and your birthday party?
Pretty much, yeah. But it was like an Easter-themed birthday party.
What do you say, it was a good birthday?
From what I can remember, yeah, because it was kind of a long time ago.
Do you know how old you were?
Long time ago.
I think I was turning either 8 or 9.
Okay. So my birthday is February 6th. Destiny, what is
I
your
can see.
birthday?
November 1st.
November 1st. That was kind of recent. Gunnar?
Oh, it's August 24th.
Ooh, that's coming up. Chloe?
My birthday is April 20th.
That's
Yeah,
even
that's
closer.
coming up.
My opinion on birthdays is that they're somewhat overrated sometimes, depending on what you do. And me personally, I've never really had a party. So, yeah, I don't really see the big woo about it. But today was kind of fun for me because, like, people did, for some reason, they put makeup on me and they gave me this crown or tiara. I know, I look great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Perfect.
Well, one time I went to my friend Robert's birthday party, and we played bowling, and I was single-handedly holding up a big portion of my team. Although I'm mediocre at bowling, because a bunch of them were adults and they would just go over and eat like food and stuff while I'm there grabbing everybody's ball and just rolling it over and over again. And well, I liked that because I had to keep going.
I'm guessing the adults won.
No.
No?
Wait, no. Yes, they did win. They did win because at first they were doing a lot, and before like my 12th birthday party, I didn't really bring any friends over for my birthday. It was always family members.
Yeah, it's usually just like 1 or 2 family members that come over for me.
How old are you now?
What are we whispering about? Yeah, no, really no one really comes over for my birthday because I don't really celebrate that much. This is probably the most I've ever done. What about you, Destiny? You got any birthday stories?
Well, like not mine of my own, because like it was usually just with family. We would like go places. But like one time when I was younger with my brother, my oldest brother, I have 3 of them. It was my brother and then their friend and then the friends. It's complicated, but we had friends and we went places. We crammed in the car. It was so small.
Do you remember how many people crammed into that one car?
Everybody, like my mom knew a lot of people, and everybody wanted to come. So it was like 4 or 5 people, maybe 6.
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Because
she's like, who's paying?
Because my mom, before I had my recent birthday parties, a bunch of people that I barely even knew from my family would come over. It was like when I was young. And I remember my grandma's house, which when there's just my grandma, my mom, my grandpa, and my sister, it would just be like a big house. But when everyone's over, you can barely get anywhere, and it makes the house seem really small.
Chloe, you got any more birthday stories?
Last year, for my birthday party, we had like a bunch of games in the backyard, and one was tug of war, and it was my dad against everybody else. And my sister had wrapped the rope around her hand, and my dad said, "Don't do that because you're gonna hurt your hand." And so she was in the middle of unwrapping the rope around her hand, and someone behind her pulled, and then so my dad thought that they were ready, so he pulled, and then it broke my sister's wrist.
Oh,
that doesn't sound like fun.
What you know? It happens.
She just got the cast off like 4 months ago.
Wow.
My sister went to a recent birthday party.
Yeah.
She brung home. Okay, so my sister's 9. She just turned 10, right? She came home with a goodie bag, a new gym bag, and it's full on pink, and it's like those, where like on one side it's this color and the other side it's another color.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she got one of those bags, and then inside it she came home with clothes from her friend on her birthday party.
I mean, were they good clothes?
She's wearing them
Were they
right
rich
now.
friends?
Oh.
No, it's just her friend grew out of them.
They're rich.
Okay. I do remember trying to have a birthday party at Cimarron Skateway.
Oh, cool.
No.
But, you know, the first week, or, well, the first 2 weeks of February, it seems like a lot of people's birthday.
My sister's birthday was there. And it was on the 24th of January.
So, me, my father, and, like, 3 other family members go to the skate rink. And we already had a reservation for the birthday party. We find out there's already 5 other birthdays happening there. Parties.
Oh, wow.
So we weren't able to actually get a room. And all I remember from that night is probably doing the splits and ripping my pants. That hurt.
Well, my dad's birthday party was the 21st of January, I'm pretty sure. And since my dad is on this diet called keto, he can't have any sugar and he has to have very little carbs. He has to have under 30 carbs a day. And there's this place called Kyla's Keto Treats that my dad goes to often. And we had her make this keto cake. It was about like this big. And it tasted pretty good, except it was very hard.
Like dry or just hard?
It was hard because it was cold. It was in the fridge for a while. But it also had like coconut on it too.
Yeah.
And she was, since she knew my dad, she was extra nice and put 2 keto donuts on it.
Oh, that's nice. Anybody else have any more stories? No? Should I end it?
Or do you want to change the subject?
Do you want to change the subject?
We're talking about birthdays. We should stick with actually cakes.
Ah, yes, cakes.
So, Destiny, what would you say is the perfect type of cake?
Okay.
For a birthday.
For a birthday.
Not no wedding. Okay.
Okay, so I would say if you're like really into vanilla, then like maybe vanilla, but like a marble cake.
You personally. What?
Me personally, okay.
Like, what is your favorite cake flavor?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Do you like any things on top?
If I said everything, it just be an infinity cake. Like an infinity stone and have everything.
Okay.
Everything's sweet.
Well,
But-
you know, when you say that, I get confused because you're always skinny, but you always eat like such stuff that will make you not skinny.
I
But
don't-
whenever I do that, I don't
I
even
don't
eat
know.
that much.
I don't
just get
understand
like
why that
this.
happens. I eat and eat and eat, and I don't get. I'm barely
You have
any taller.
you have very high metabolism. Mine's not as good, but I eat unhealthy.
Yeah.
And it pays off in a certain way. It'd be hard.
Try.
It would be.
I try to gain
I guess
weight.
I'm harder to kidnap now.
And then when people pick me up, they're like, "You're so light." I ate like 5 pounds yesterday.
It happens. So Gunnar, what is your favorite flavor of cake or other things?
Can I say 2 things?
Of course.
I think the perfect cake would be, you would make the cake like a square-ish cake. It's vanilla cake. Then you would have white frosting on top.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have like red sprinkles.
Talking about cake is making me hungry.
It looks, I know what you're thinking about. It's the Minecraft cake. It's the
Yes,
Minecraft
obviously.
cake.
It's the best type of cake.
I'm not
But
lying.
me
I'm
personally-
not gonna lie. I didn't know that.
Me personally,
God,
it's red dyed chocolate. Yes, red velvet.
Mm.
Because that's the same thing. That's my favorite. Red velvet's actually just chocolate cake, but they dyed it red.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, it's actually what it is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Anything else?
No, that's you.
So Chloe, what is your favorite type of cake?
So I don't really like frosting, which kind of defeats the
yeah.
whole purpose
No,
of cake.
no. The cake is the spongy.
Cake itself.
But
I hate frosting.
Frosting,
so
am I right?
When I ever go to a birthday party, I just scrape off the frosting and I don't eat it because it's really nasty. But anyway, I like vanilla cake.
Vanilla? Me personally, I'm a big fan of coconut cake.
Yeah.
It's just something about it that I can't, like, just stop eating.
I never tried coconut cake.
I believe I'm actually having coconut cake later today for my birthday.
Hey, this talk about cake reminds me of something. My sister, when it was her birthday, she asked me if I can eat a cupcake in under a minute, and I was like, oh, okay. And I ate it in like under 30 seconds. I went,
Yeah, cupcakes. Not gonna lie, I do prefer cupcakes over normal cake because it's just a lot easier to eat.
yeah, but it's not as fulfilling as cake.
Yeah, there's just something about cake and cupcakes.
They're the exact same thing, just in different shapes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but one's a cupcake and the other one's just a cake.
But one
on
has
the cake,
frosting.
you like have to cut it, and
But-
then you get all the.
And also one has frosting that's easy to take off.
Remember on my 8th
Cupcake?
birthday, they're bringing out the cake, right? And they set it on the table, and I'm standing up over the cake, and the candle is all the way in the back left. I was like, that's kind of odd.
Oh, I know it.
And right when I blew it out, they're all clapping and stuff. And I remember my uncle just grabbing my head and just
That's why.
right into the cake. I was just full of mixed emotions. I was like, how could you do this on my birthday? But thank you for doing it on my birthday.
You know,
They didn't even bring out a replacement cake.
I think my dad. You know these smash cakes that they make for like little kids?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when my brother was going to eat his smash cake when he was little, I'm pretty sure my dad went behind him and got. He smacked his face into the cake. And it's a good thing that my brother is like how my brother is, and started laughing and didn't start crying.
Yeah, I know if I did that to my siblings, they'd probably cry.
I have two stories that I just remembered that was about a cake. So, first, when I was like 6 or 7, it was for my step-aunt's nephew. And we were making little minion cupcakes for him, like to make it look like a cake. And what happened, my uncle took a cupcake and like it was like a minion, so he told me to look into it and he smashed it in my face.
Oh.
And then another time, this was just last year for my dad's birthday. We hadn't got the cake yet, so we took a pancake. Oh, it was a waffle. We took a waffle, and we couldn't find any candles, so we took a not a stick from outside, but like the little wooden sticks for kebabs. We took that and we put it on fire and stuck it in the waffle, but didn't want to stay. And then we found candles, so we had to use that. We put like 15 candles in one little waffle, and that was his birthday cake until we got the other cake.
Oh. Destiny, you seem like you have something on your mind. No?
Confetti. What color confetti do you like?
Oh, green,
What
obviously.
was like one of the worst presents you got from a birthday? That like you don't have to name the person you got from or where. Just like name a present you didn't like.
The worst gift I got was probably not getting a gift. I remember just this one birthday, I didn't get anything. I was
That was
devastated.
a punch in the gut, wasn't it?
Hmm?
That was a punch in the gut, wasn't it?
Yeah. Destiny, what was your quote unquote worst gift in your opinion? Kind of hard to think. You want us to come back to you?
I would say, because you know, like, since it's your birthday, you want all the attention.
I don't.
Well,
This
for
feels
me,
like a normal day for me.
For me, I would want all the attention, but since I got like 5 other siblings, that ain't happening.
Nah.
That ain't gonna happen. So maybe because attention.
The.
Okay, it's been 17 minutes on birthdays. It's time to wrap it up.
All right.
Well.
Okay,
So,
birthdays.
I believe it's time for us to actually wrap this up. Thank you for watching at the South Seminole Lounge. And also, I'd like to do a shout out for Crystal Perez. Today is her birthday because it's Friday. Her birthday's tomorrow.
Her birthday's really tomorrow, but
yeah.
We're recording this on Thursday, so it's tomorrow. But when this is being shown, it will be that day.
Yes. So, my name was Nathaniel. Hopefully, you enjoyed our little podcast.
I'm Destiny. Goodbye.
I'm Gunnar, and I hope you have a good day.
And I'm Chloe, and goodbye.
3, 2, 1. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello, welcome to the Friday Show. I'm Maria.
And I'm Jessica.
And I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Callie.
And I'm Lucy. Today we're going to be reacting to 5-minute crafts. Let's get on with reacting to the video. Okay, now we're doing it. Okay, so he can't see TV.
So he put an expensive iPad on a cardboard box that has orange construction paper on it randomly.
I know, right? It's just kind of sus, not gonna lie. Alright, he's cutting it.
Boop.
Oh. And the iPad isn't gonna fall.
And now he's gonna duct tape his iPad
Wouldn't
with
you
At least have a case on it, yeah.
You have to duct tape the other side.
And now he puts headphones on.
That's
and
dumb. What?
What is he? Now you look like a minion.
He's one with the cardboard box.
Okay, so. Too much to do. Alright, looking back and forth, your neck hurts.
Right. He's a 5-minute crafts backpack with some weird metal thing. Oh, that's a hanger.
Weird metal thing.
Wait, when your neck
Oh,
still
no.
hurt?
Don't ride your bicycle when it's. Okay,
Zip
ties.
Yeah, that's gonna pop your wheel.
That's gonna break it.
Yeah.
It'll make it bumpy. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
like just like.
I think that might be
so
the
bumpy when
point,
they
so
zoom
that
in
it
on
goes into the
like
brick.
you can see it moving.
I mean, I guess
Is that an orange?
Ooh.
Oh, her zip is down.
Scandalous.
Oh yeah, no, use a zip tie, guys. Yeah, no one will know us.
No one will know it's
neon
neon
yellow
zip tie.
But she has it.
Duct tape.
More duct tape.
I love
And
tape.
zip ties. Okay.
Why does
What
people
is
like zip ties
happening?
so much?
And what was the whole point? No, but wouldn't it cut like half? That tape is really strong. Okay.
Just buy a bigger
Buy
belt.
different jeans.
Buy
a belt. No, but now it's gonna be. Oh my god! I just got it. Now it's gonna be cinched.
It's gonna be
Yeah, and
gathered
like
weird.
people are gonna be like, why do you have zip? Like,
You can probably see it through your shirt.
I thought these
fake
were
scenery. Fake scenery.
Green screen. I thought these were at home, but
No,
these
it's
are
not.
out here.
Titled
Just
at
use
No
a credit
knife.
card.
Okay, who has?
Yeah, because you have a random credit card
If you're
lying
thinking,
around.
I'm going to
For
go
real.
to have a picnic, do you randomly just
No
carry your
fork?
credit card? Maybe like a cash for emergency.
Wait,
but
Wait.
Okay.
How
How
are you gonna cut it
without a knife?
when it says you have no knife?
You have no
with
knife. You have no fork. So I
But
guess
you
we're
cut
cutting
it.
our
Yeah, so-
credit card perfectly like that.
With scissors or like
they'd be using a stick.
Oh, that's gonna take too much time.
Yeah, use the windshield
yeah,
wipers.
just use the
which,
windshield
by the way,
wipers.
they're for that.
use a blow dryer. Like
You
one of
just-
those, like,
A blow.
Take his
like
time.
a leaf blower. Like, you know.
Who
Oh,
has that many
too much credit
cards?
cards?
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God,
I guess
yeah.
you're leaving the line.
Like,
Punch
those
it.
won't
Hole
even
punch
work.
them. Hole
Okay,
punch them.
I'm sorry, but if you like damage your card, doesn't that mean you can't use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why are they
And then
damaging
you put it on a keychain, you know?
It's
doesn't make
literally
any
the
sense.
exact same thing. If it's in a booklet and then it's on a key ring. It's
Why
not
do you
being
Why do you have to
lazy.
throw it? Just
Yeah,
walk
stop being
down.
lazy.
I don't
It's
know.
not like putting
It's like an
trash.
It's like a little
It's like a
stick
trash
full
tube.
of
Looks like a giant. Oh, it's a giant slinky.
Oh,
Maybe
it's like one of those things for AC or something.
Yeah.
They're literally being
I'm
so
really
lazy.
stupid.
Just go,
Like, just go-
back down the stairs. Do you see how close
It doesn't
they are?
even look good.
Oh no, you.
Oh no, you sat on your glasses.
And
Why aren't they
apparently
on your
broke.
face?
Exactly.
Why are they-
Yeah. He threw them down on the couch and sat on them on purpose. Like,
And
If you're
yeah,
gonna
we're
try
gonna
to
use
make
a
a video-
straw.
Wouldn't that hurt and not stay?
It
It,
would
doesn't
just,
stay. It would just.
Okay, have you ever like drank and like
Yeah,
it's
it
like
hurts.
like I don't know how to explain it.
Oh,
like,
guys,
yeah,
they're
we're
cutting.
gonna
Keep
Wait.
cutting it.
Cutting
That's an
it up.
actual.
Oh wait, no, they're bending
That's
it.
an actual
Why
credit
are you
card. Though. That
bending
is
a
like
credit
not okay.
card?
what?
Why?
What is the point of this?
No, it's not gonna help.
Oh, I see. So that you can close your drawer and hang
How-
up your belts.
How?
Yeah,
Belt.
but like, you
How is
can't
that
use
even gonna
anything else.
stay? Cause it's a flimsy credit card.
Just put it on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
cut
had
your
the
credit
table.
card again so that you can make a bookmark instead of using a piece of paper, which is
Which
not
is
gonna
right by
ruin,
you.
Like,
Or you could just use the credit
$45,000.
card when it's not cut. You know.
That too. Yeah, that's a good idea.
If anything,
Oh,
if you're
I
gonna
really
actually
hate
use
when that
it.
happens, you know?
Yeah, that always happens.
But everyone knows to do that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, like,
It comes with the thing.
yeah, it comes with the
does.
plastic card that you can use, so...
So confused. Oh my god.
Yes. Now you can take a picture
Artwork.
much more clearly now.
Mm-hmm.
Does it affect
Too
the
much
camera?
stuff. What do you do?
Oh no!
Get
you
some
don't-
hand
your
cream.
hands are red.
That would fall unless
Go to
you.
Cali if you need hand cream,
So
guys.
is it because you're cold? Because that's not gonna help at all.
No, it's to hold your.
But you would
bags.
still.
Wait,
What, you would
How
have
can you get a
zip.
hair tie like that?
That's not a hair
Oh,
tie.
I thought
It's a
that
zip
guy.
tie.
Hair tie. It's like, what?
I wish there was a hair tie. That would actually help. You know, you can
That
like, adjust
would-
it to thin
yeah.
hair and like thick hair.
What is this gonna
Is
do?
it supposed to
It's
be
a
like a
butterfly.
That is
Oh.
not. That's gonna make the charger come
I
out of
wanted
the
to trust
wall.
that because like the plug would just fall out.
Literally, just
Are-
put it back
are you
in. Are you
serious?
Like, re-screw it.
Just, yeah,
Exactly.
re-screw it. I'm,
Oh nope, no. Use a
Oh
zip
my
tie.
god,
Yeah.
are they making a handle again?
yeah.
Yes,
they are.
Why?
Exactly.
Wouldn't that just?
Or you could just go to
No.
Home Depot and actually buy a handle.
Yeah.
You know.
But that handle wasn't even broken.
I know they just unscrewed it.
Use a comb to bang your nails.
Well, like to make it. Like,
Yes, it comes to bang my nail. Okay.
you could
oh
just.
my
This
gosh.
just shows how weird
Oh,
we
this.
are.
What?
What are they doing?
That's literally.
That would fall because it's just cloth.
Wait, what
I
even
have a
is
mixer
that?
and you just
It would
connect it.
fall.
It has the
It's just
bowl.
That is gonna
And
take my
everything.
drawer down. Like.
That's gonna, like, splatter the
thing.
batter everywhere.
Splatter the batter.
That could be a song.
It could splatter the batter.
What does that say?
Oh, it's creased.
Oh.
Just iron it.
Put it over the stove where you're working. Yay.
Yeah, because that won't.
Just
Disrupt.
leave it to catch on fire.
That's okay.
That's amazing. Totally do
And hang
that.
it from that random bar you have above
They have, like,
it.
4 phone chargers.
I know that they don't even get tangled that much.
They went to Disney.
That's
Yeah.
your annual
That's- yeah,
Disney
that's
pass,
our
and you're
annual
literally
pass.
cutting 4
Again.
and you're cutting it.
I would recommend if you guys have passes, do not
Don't-
cut
Yeah,
them because
don't
you
do
can't use
that.
them again.
Call out to all those people with Disney passes.
Unless it's like an old pass and you don't care.
no,
but,
they're
like,
stupid.
Look, his face is just.
Why?
His face is just right
Is it
now.
gonna stay though? Wouldn't it just fall off because it's so
Yeah,
weak?
wouldn't it?
That's
Okay, so oh no, crumbs.
Ew, don't
See?
touch it
Don't
with your
touch
bare
it. Yeah,
fingers.
She like saw it and then she was like,
I thought you were trying to eat it.
Yes, oh, cheese and crumbs.
Wait,
Yummy.
So what does that do? Oh,
What
it's,
is she doing?
Double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape with her credit card.
Ew,
She'll
now
just
your
show up.
credit card is nasty.
She'll just show up.
What Lucy said. It's gonna
She'll
be
just
nasty.
purchase something, and there'll be
more
food
zip
crumbs
ties.
all over
Yeah,
it.
you know, we
Is
all
this
got
like
zip
tie
ties
central?
randomly laying in our houses to use.
What?
Okay, now that's cool.
This is only for
Actually
people who can actually.
But
keep their
next
hands
time, don't
still. I
scribble
can't
all
do
over
that.
your messed up circle.
Oh, no
Just erase
toothpaste.
it.
Go to the store and buy some more, lady.
It's too cheap to buy toothpaste.
That's about to fall off.
I know it was like wiggling when they zoomed in.
What
Just
is
use
it?
a
be
fork.
super
Or just use like
Just use a
chopsticks or
fork.
something. I don't know.
Chopstick.
Yeah, like hold them
Chopsticks.
together and then you put the thing
Pringles.
through. It actually works.
Pringles. Oh, hot glue. Here we go.
Ooh, I love hot glue.
Yeah, Maria
I
always
use it
says
too.
I was watching hot
it's
glue
not a
one time,
5-minute craft
and they
until
made
bring
a
in
hot glue.
It's really not a
Flip-flops.
5-minute craft until they use zip ties, duct tape, and hot glue.
Yeah.
What is
true.
this? Oh,
What?
an umbrella holder.
We had like 1 second of silence.
Okay,
well, that's
What'd you guys think? That was interesting. Would you guys actually do any of these?
No.
Me neither.
Okay, well, that's all for today.
All right, look out for us next week.
Bye.